Welcome! Your war chief is alive with yet another epic night of gaming, ass kicking, and well, having fun. Hi, my name's PBE, but you lovely people are more than welcome to call me Peeps. And welcome back, guys. Oh dear, I hit the mic. I'm sorry. I also can't. Oh Jesus! Where do I hear myself? Bear with me. I'm pretty terrible at this, so bear with me. I'm gonna clean out my glasses. It'll just be a second because I can't see a darn thing. The joys of having a boxer, I assure you. Alright, so we are back with yet another night of gaming. And let's keep this in mind, guys. This is gaming at its core. We are having fun. We are going to enjoy this. We are chilling. It's everything that we're gamers. This is gaming. So if you're looking for chill, you're looking for relax, you're looking for fun, sit back, hold tight. Mumu Padu and I are going to take you on that journey. Super fun. And as promised, we will be talking Shadowlands tonight. I know, hot topic, hot button topic. It's probably my favorite topic right now. So we got a few things to go through. One, I do want to take a few minutes and talk about Before the Storm. I am 50 pages away from finishing it. It's awesome. It is so good. Oh dear, I'm only at half health. Okay, we need Mumu Padu. Where's my pet? So I don't know where my pet is. Hold on, we will find. I just tried to revive him and he said he wasn't dead. Listen, hunters is hard, okay? I'm just kidding. So first things first, I want to throw out of the way is the Before the Storm book. I am not the type to lie to you. I never will. That's just not my game. This is the first Warcraft book I have ever read. And I have a few things to say. One, what an awesome deep dive into how the characters are feeling, how the characters react as their mentality. It's all so good and so worth it. Like if you are a lore nerd, a Warcrafter, see I was trying to mix those two words together. You really need to read these books. And yes, need is not subjective here. It's you need to. Sorry, not sorry. What is disappointing in those books is that a lot of the storyline prior to BFA and Kalia Menacil, okay? Kalia was not in game. It was in book. So you had to go to the book to get the story or Google it, which I am not usually a fan of. I mean, the stories are beautifully written and I love it. I'm not saying anything poor about the story. The story itself was awesome. But you shouldn't have to go to a book to get the main storyline. Not in a game that is a role-playing game and that prides itself on the lore it gives in game. So it's a hard pill to swallow. Now, I heard that Shadows Rising is not a required read for Shadowlands, which is a good change of pace. I think that's genius, and I am very excited to start it. I'll be starting it, I want to say tonight, no, not tonight. Probably tomorrow, if not Friday. So definitely can't wait for that. Can't wait to see how it is. And yes, expect some reviews. Expect a spoiler video. Bitch, I will, oh dear, hi. I will be covering the piss out of it. So you guys get to see what happened. And most importantly, Oh wait, I gotta fix you. How do I... Oh, there you go. I'm learning. I'm not so bad. Look at us. Anyway. So yes, you will be getting the tea or the inside scoop on Shadows Rising. Expect it. So lot. That's poor English and I'm sorry. Lots has happened since our last live stream. And it is all covenants. Like, a lot of the big divide in the WoW community is covenants. A lot of the big divides in the recent interviews, covenants. I thought it would be a bigger divide with the conduits. But I forgot that high-end players really min-max. And I also, this is something I'm not lying, I was very naive to, is the amount of players that min-max their stats, even though they're not high-end players. Does that make any sense? And again, I'm not picking on a player. Every type, there is no poor. In making everything optimal is your way to have fun. No one's shitting on you for it. Nobody. I'm just surprised at the amount of players that is a big part of their fun, is maximizing everything, including the Covenant. So from what I was reading, the Covenant choice is turning out to be a big freaking decision because most players are afraid to not have the optimal rating or the optimal PvP choices, etc., or optimal spec choice. Now, I'm in the school of thought where I'm not a professional player. Obviously. I am not a professional anything. I am average as average can be. I play it because I like it and I like the story and it's fun. That's it. I definitely am not a mythic. You won't see me at BlizzCon on some stage in some esport. I promise you. Unless it's fangirling. It's just not gonna happen. So, all of that being said, it was incredibly hard for me to really see the amount of people that choose that style of gameplay to maximize each stat. I'm the type of person that'll pick, oh, I like this Covenant. Neato. Unless it was absolutely detrimental to my character, I wouldn't change. So in other words, for those of you who have been here for a while, so when I say been here, I mean like played WoW for a while. Do you guys remember Cataclysm? I mean, it's hard to forget. I won't lie. But in Cataclysm, if you played a mage, you were just getting off of Lich King. Lich King, Fire Mage was God tier. And I love me a Fire Mage. Walking into Cataclysm, Fire Mage was God plus tier. Like you were just pew pew, everything dead. Compare that to the first patch. Bitch, they nerfed it to the ground. Like, it was you were bottom of the meters no matter what you did. No matter what gear you had, bottom. Dead bottom. Oh. Dang, level 23. But anyway. It was detrimental. And nobody would pick you up for a raid if you were a fire mage. Arcane, it was literally two extremes. Arcane, which I don't like to play as a spec. I find it boring. Again, you do you, boo. I won't diss on you if you like Arcane. Arcane was number 1. Fire was on the absolute freaking bottom. So unless you had Arcane above your name, it wasn't happening. You were not getting a raid spot. Give it up Just no. I gotta escort this caravan, don't I? Anyway. Unless a covenant is literally like life and death, cannot do anything without, the chances of me actually choosing or having issues with certain covenants are low. But I do sympathize with the player that really wants that Vendir is now optimal. You must Vendir, you must have XYZ covenants, XYZ conduits. Conduits, I understand they're more easy to personalize, optimize. Listen, I'm French, this word ain't coming to me. Sorry. But anyway, the point is that I didn't think it would be as big of a deal in the WoW community as it is. A lot of people are upset about the difficulty and choice in choosing a covenant. Or, my personal favorite, the inability to do them all. And I stick on that. It reminds me of Final Fantasy XIV. I've been playing a lot of it, so I'm sorry. Final Fantasy XIV, you can do absolutely everything in that game. Listen, there's no such thing as choosing a faction. There's no such thing as choosing a class. If you want to put the time into it, you can do it. Because their philosophy to RPG is work towards it, get it. You, if you're a scholar and you read your books, you'll eventually learn it. Where Warcraft is a lot more Americanized in the sense that you can't be good at everything. So you spend your life specializing as a mage, so you can only be a mage. Which I understand, no one's fighting that. And same thing with choosing a covenant. You are choosing large ley lines into Shadowlands of where the anima's going. You are saving a place. You are picking a side, truly. So I understand why you can't have more than one. But I also understand the player, but it's like, but if I want to put the work in, can I have it? Please? So I get their point of view too. Is all I'm saying. Yeah, what a divide. The interview with, I believe it was Preach Gaming. He, they went in on him. They went on Ian. Which is fine. It is what it is. Ian's a big boy. He can handle himself. And yeah, no, and I have a better understanding of the world's view on it. Mind you, it did take a while, and I will admit that. My other question would be, though, how many are in the same school of thought as I am of, I just play this game, I want it this way, or if it's not that big of a difference, fuck it. I'd love to know what's that difference there. So that is definitely a thought, if you guys have any. Anyway, if you guys have any comments, any thoughts on it, let me know. Don't be shy, hit me up. That's what we need. Alright, and I am down. I'd love to hear your different opinions. If you guys look at me and be like, no, what's wrong with you? You're not optimizing everything you do. Go ahead, let me have it, girl. I'll take it. I'm a big girl. But yeah, it's very interesting to me. Speaking of covenant choices, have you guys picked one? And why is it the Venthir? Listen, I've been making these jokes in my videos here and there, but I love the aesthetic of the Venthir. And even in like my real life, my reading, I love fantasy, obviously. I'm a big ass nerd. I also like the macabre. I love a vampire story, a good one, not Twilight. I love that idea. I saw the aesthetic of it, and I like nearly passed out. I was like, yes, thank you, Liz. This is for me. So chances are good that my main will be in Venthir. The other ones, though, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna put my Paladin and Bastard for no other reason than that's probably where a Paladin goody two-shoes should go. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? Listen, I will not take offense if y'all call me crazy. Prisoner delivered. Where the fuck is this prisoner? I don't know. Anyway. But the more I look into the other covenants, the more I'm like, oh, I like that. Like Ardenwell with the Night Fae. Now, keep in mind, I have refused to look up spoilers. The only little spoiler that I heard. Okay, I'm gonna put my hand down when the spoiler's down, so if you want to go nah, that's okay. Cenarion being in Ardenwell. That's all I heard. See, we're good. Spoiler good. That's all I heard. That's literally like a sentence worth. And it's non-story impacting. But yeah, that's my thought process. Throwing it. Oh, to anybody. Oh, okay. Neat. So, other than that, the aesthetic of Ardenwell is beautiful. And the more I read into it, like what they do, where they are, looks good. And even the more I read into the Forsaken. Listen, if you guys want to know more about the Forsaken, I'm going to go back to this book. Go read Before the Storm. It really brings the Forsaken to light. How they think, why they think the way that they do, what their fears are, how they live. Like, no, I was so impressed with how that book is written. I love the idea of it. Oh, pound that chunk. Oh, neat. That was quick. Got it, girl. Anyway, it goes into detail of how the Forsaken live and how. Oh, so good. It is so good. It is so worth it. If you're a lore person and this is something you care about, absolutely. But why I'm mentioning this part again is go to the Necrolords and Maldraxxus. Bitch. It makes sense. Necromancy and how they're building their people and why they are the way they are all makes sense. I know, right? And even Sylvanas and some of the shit she does make sense. Not all of it. Like, we ain't gonna argue about that, but where the fuck does this guy go? Love him and bring him to me. But anyway, it was up here. No? Tugrig. Mendrick. Listen, we gotta find our dude. Our duty dude. Like, this is ridiculous. It would help if I read the quest once in a while too. Just saying. I mean, I'm okay with that statement. So anyway, definitely an idea. And Revendreth, listen, I can't wait to see what it looks like. I want to see everything about it. Give me a good vampire story. That's all I want. Just give it to me. I will love you forever. That's what I want. That's all I want. I don't feel like it's asking a lot, is it? Tickle time! that's what we needed. It was a tickle time. I live. That's perfect. All right, so it's no secret that I'm leveling a 4th 120. So I'm looking at 2 120s that are Alliance, 2 that are Horde. Right now I've got a 120 Horde Zandalari mage. That's my PvP mage. I know, listen, bitch and moan all you want. I have an Alliance, oh, excuse me. I have an Alliance main mage, which is my girl. She's been my girl forever. So that's for her. And then I've got, I'm leveling a priest. A Nightborn priest, which, listen, I'm still salty the Alliance didn't get. Dude, you know how mad that makes me? For real? The Tyrande just couldn't keep her damn mouth shut. It makes me want to slap the lady. I loved Telisra. But then again, Sormar was such epic writing. And that's kind of what I'm hoping out of Shadowlands. Give me Sormar 5 times over. 4 times over, because it's 4 stones. I can't wait to just dive my little teeth into that. I'm really, really excited for that stuff. But yeah, I really thought the biggest controversy was the conduits. Honestly, to me it is, because that's stupid RNG. And the players have said this from the mountaintops. Fuck your RNG. We are done with your RNG. We want nothing to do with it. Like, think back the last time you were happy with raid content tiers. Or not tiers, that's not the right word I'm looking for. Think back of when you were raiding in PvP, whichever is your preference. Listen, again, we don't judge here. And when you were raiding and having a grand old time, the question is, did you like the gear system? I think it's a fair question. The more RNG you make it, the more frustrating it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. There are some systems that I really miss. Like, for example, the emblem system from Lich King. Was it geared a little high? Yes, because you could get full raid gear without going too into it. And then as you got in there, once you had the equipment, you could upgrade it with pieces that dropped. I think Blizzard did 2 great things since then that it can't be ignored. Personal loot is fucking genius. Period. Those of you who raid, give your head a shake. Yes. Yes, it's good. Love it. And that was a great idea because it brought the raider out of the luck zone. It's either you won against yourself or you lost against yourself. Perfect. You didn't lose. The piece of gear didn't drop and then you lost because there was too many mages raiding with you. Or a damn priest. Salty. I'm kidding. I'm just teasing. The idea is that that was a good move and I very much like it. The next thing they did well is the token pieces was confusing to a new player. So while I like the idea of what the token pieces were, you know what I mean? Like you had to do the raid to get the upgrade to the next piece, and it feels complicated. Does that make sense? Like think of a brand new player. Like walking in and, oh, I have to go to this vendor for a chess piece. No, wrong vendor. There's 2 more that you have to bring a token to for a vendor, and this token for that one. I'd like a universal item whether it's currency, whether it's something else, where like, think of the items you get at the end of like the boss, something like that, where it's like, get 5 of these and you can upgrade your chest piece to the new raid tier. I feel like that would be a thing. The vendor could be like 5 for this one, 10 for that one, 10 for your weapon. Something like that. It takes the RNG out. And that's something that Cataclysm did well. Lich King did well. Pandaria, you can start to see it turn and you're like, excuse me? Alright. We'll handle it. And then as we got into Legion, BFA, gear is RNG now. Growing your gear is RNG. And PvP players, I hear you. It sucks to need to PvE to get gear to PvP. Ding! Ah, we did that! Gotta pick up sacks. Like, bitch. Hold on. Oh, a heal. We love a heal moment. I will take a heal moment. There's, yep, I like that. All right, back at it. So, hearing that the conduits were such fucking RNG, and yes, we're using the big words here for the big problems. To me, it felt like that was the bigger problem. It sounds stupid, but to me, that's the bigger problem. I don't. If conduits were simple farming things, get 10 of Y to get Z. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along here. But conduits are going to be RNG, and how much RNG is to be seen. Makes that worse. I don't know. I never liked that direction. There's a lot of things that WoW has changed over the years that I can get behind. Like, my friend stopped playing when the talent tree was gone. Like, listen, I can't get behind that. You made the WoW too easy. I adapted. I didn't care. Because realistically, I'm sorry. People that sit there and tell me, hey, it's too cookie cutter now. Everyone's got this. Do you know why they got rid of the talent tree? Because it was cookie cutter. Everybody had the same. Like, there's no difference. There is an optimal. There will always be an optimal. I'm sorry. As long as math exists, there will be an optimal. There will be an optimal. There will be an optimal / realistic, but there will be an optimal. Optimal realistic is when the optimal is unattainable due to human error, human skill, whatever. So there's the attainable rates. But anyway, we're getting off topic. There always will be an optimal. And optimal should be hard. I'm not saying it shouldn't be hard. I just don't think it should be impossible. You know what I mean? Because again, as I've learned, there are people that is their idea, that is their definition of fun, optimal. So can you imagine trying to farm the optimal conduit? So, for your people's bitch, you'll be at it all day for no reason. I gotta get in there. So yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be right. I love this game. Love it with a passion. Warcraft is my favorite game without definition. Not definition, that's not the right word. Jesus, girl, get your English together. Without exception, wow, Warcraft is my favorite game. God damn, I'm about to die. Ah! There, eat that! Okay, where's Twinkle Toes? Get to it, dude. Anyway, so I want to do better. And when I give criticism, it's just that. It's 100% listen. This is where what I liked, this is what I didn't. Could you fix it? Love you. kind of like telling your spouse, hey, listen, I love you. You need to know this. In the last few years, you've put on like 30 pounds, and I think it's affecting your health. And maybe I'll cook you a nicer, a more healthy meal, okay? Or maybe McDonald's tonight should be Subway. It's love. It's not meant to be hurtful. It's meant to be, I'm here to help, bitch. And that's the idea and the feeling that I really hope that I'm portraying. Does that make any sense? What I am excited about, let's switch it around. Let's get to some fun stuff. I fucking love the idea that each and every covenant will have its own end story or have its own war campaign. Listen, I live for that. It makes sense because again, like, oh, I am trying to find something intelligent to say about how excited I am about that. I love it. I think it's great. I just hope it's not all the same. I mean, it's alright if it's like generally the same. Hey, you saved the day, but yeah, I want it to be good. I want it to be so good. I have high hopes with that. I love that idea. When they said that, I was like, yes! Thank you! Gives me a reason to level 4 characters. For real, like, I am excited about leveling and gearing 4 characters so I can get into there and get their stories. I also kind of like the idea that your player hub will mostly be in the covenant that you've chosen. So you're gonna spend a lot of stinking time in that zone. So we're gonna go with the, we haven't talked about the Kyrian. So let's say you picked Kyrian, well, your world quests or daily quests are in Bastion. Your board with the followers and shit, which is still a thing. It's still a thing, which I don't give a shit. It's so small and dumb. But anyway, I digress. I love the idea that you're each gonna have your own like choice in life and where you're going there. I don't know. I feel like that helps with the diversity of the game. Not diversity, that's not the right word. Guys, listen, English is hard. English is very hard. English is my second language, so we gotta be nice to PB, okay? I'm kidding. C'est bon, ça va bien. But basically, yeah, it gives you diversity. What's the word like diversity? I'm gonna have to Google it, ain't I? Hold on. Variation. That's the word. Yes, I Googled it. Yes, you can make fun of me, but we'll still be friends. But yeah, no, I love that variation. I think it's genius. I think it's well thought out. Look at all the new shit that I've got, and I put none of it on. I didn't need it, but you know. So yeah, no, I really like that. The variety and the variations you can have between your characters. The only one that I don't... I might... Hear me out. I might send my priest. I was gonna send it to Ardenwild. But I'm falling in love with like the priest forsaken idea, and I might send it to the Necrolords. I don't want to put my baby Zandalar in the Necrolords. I don't know. Oh, choices! Who's got the Crossroads Cavern? Talk to Rocco Whipshank. God damn it. These names. Rocco Whipshank. I'll look for a Kodo, I suppose. No. But yeah. So that's where I'm going. My horde ones will be in Ardenweld and in Maldraxxus. That's the thought process. There's the guy I'm looking for. Bitch. I don't know, Maldraxxus, I like the idea of building your own construct. There she is, mount up. Oh, I'm backwards again. I was like, what in the fuck? Ride hard and show no mercy. Listen, if I have $1 for every time I hurt, I'm kidding. We're gonna be good now, alright? I'm just teasing. We're having fun. But yeah. So I would love to hear what covenants you chose. Why would be great. I like why. Oh dear, why are these things after me? Anyway. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, the covenants is a beautiful idea. I like the idea of it. I like the amount of playability that is. Does that make sense? I am very excited for the amount of shit that I can do with that. Like, it feels like its own game. It feels like it's gonna be like a shit ton of content right away, and then like as the patches go out, you can add more to it as need be. You know what I mean? Like each section can have their own. It adds a lot of content just for the sake of adding content. I like that. I mean, I have lived for it. Yeah, that interview it wasn't a bad thing. It's just, I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't think much of it. Look at that, we're at the crossroads. Let me just admit, this is about as far as my WoW Classic character has made it. And bitch, crossroads suck. I remember playing as Lich King and the crossroads sucking. And then they added the best feature ever, which was Warmode. Bitch went off. Like, no, I turned it off. I know, right? That's the saddest thing you've ever heard. And that's okay. I can listen. I'm perfectly fine with sad. That was one of the things for Legion when they announced it that I, like, fell out of my chair. Yes! Thank you, Bliss! You love me! You really love me! Yeah. No, I'm so into it. No secret that I joined PvP servers because my friends were there. And I have no joy in world PvP. None. Because back when you start WoW, do you honestly think PvP means getting your ass ganked at level 3? No. Or collecting 5 things like fungal spores and then all of a sudden turning around and you're at 2 health and you're like, oh, the mob didn't. Somebody behind you hits you and then teabags you. That wasn't my idea of PvP. But when you start out, that's what I thought PvP servers were. You couldn't PvP unless you were on a PvP server. I learned much, much later that PvP meant Gankfest by definition. And no, I was not happy. And there's nothing against it. Again, I will not judge your type of fun. If World PvP is what brings life in this game for you, happy hunting. But you ain't getting my ass. Nope. This is not fun for me. And that's, again, it's okay. It's 100% okay. But yeah, no, I didn't like it at all. Not even in the slightest. Fuck it, no. So when they announced Warmode, and I was like, what? Excuse me. And I fell. I was like, yes! It opens up so many servers as well, because the difference between PvP and PvE servers was like there was a lot more people on the PvP servers, and dang, 25, bitch, we're doing good. I live, and remember, 25 for me here is without heirlooms, so she's going up, and I'm happy. Heal my twinkle toes. Poor baby. Here you go, Twinkies. Twinkies. That's my next pet. Twinkle toes. Twinkies. So yeah. Can you imagine World PvP up there? I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on the Maw? I don't know. It depends. I know that doesn't help anybody. But to me, like right now, you can't even mount up in it. So bitch, you gotta walk in. And if you're in the Maw too long, somebody comes chase you. Like when you're doing good in Diablo. Yeah. Bitch. I mean... I don't know what I think of it yet. My problem is I freaking hated Mechagon. A lot of people really like that sandboxy, we're not going to tell you where to go, you figure it out. I like the story, I like following quests, I like finding quests, I like a little more direction. I like my level of difficulty to be in bosses and other players. Does that make sense? So anyway, not a fan of that idea. And I feel like it wasn't well executed in Mechagon. Because Mechagon to me was a fucking chore. And it came to a came to a spot where I didn't care if there was a secret thingy beside me. Nope. Nope. I'm out of here. I don't ever want to come back, and bitch, I never went back. I got my Exalted, and I never, ever went back. And I know there's mounts there. I love mounts, but I am so frustrated with it. I just don't want to go back. And I'm hoping that they don't fuck it up with the Maw. That's the only thing where I'm like, oh, is that how it's gonna go with the Maw? And again, I have not played beta, nor have I watched anything, because bitch, I don't want spoilers. So I'm hoping that they take a good approach to it. And it's not too intense, or maybe it opens up after a while, so like you can dabble your toesies in, kind of like in a pool. Not the one you pee in. Don't pee in a pool. But like, you know what I mean though, right? Where you like, you dip your toesy and you're like, ooh. And then you like put your toesy in, and you're like, alright. And you deal with it for a while, and you're like, that's good. And you put your foot and you're like, yeah! No. I kind of like that idea. It reminds me of Suramar in the sense that it's slowly unveiled to you. I am skeptical of the Maw. I'm also quite interested in what Tourghast. Jesus, I can't speak English. Tourghast. Tourghast? I don't know. The tower! The tower! I'm wondering what the tower is like. I really can't wait to see what that is like. Again, I have avoided everything, so bitch, I will see it when it drops. Which is my favorite way to do things. Personally. I'm also the type to not look up how to do it unless I get frustrated with things. Which takes me a while, but oh, there you go. That's an easy one. And then I have to get centaurs killed. Okay. So yeah. Tourghast, it looks good. It sounds pretty good. The idea that it's a solo player experience that you can keep running and doing better, and I like the idea. I'm not against it. Like I said, the only negative I've got is the mod. I'm afraid to see what they do with it, because I do not want to get it to a point where I want to hit the keyboard every time I walk in. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be too much. And I'm not saying that it won't be. It won't. I want it to be difficult. I want it to not walk in and be like, I own everything. No, I'm okay with it not. I just don't want fucking Mechagon. Fuck Mechagon. I don't know. What do you guys think on that one? Oh, by the way, I know we've been streaming 45 minutes. I haven't said anything. You like what you see, hit that like button. Let me know if you like myself, you like lore, you like Warcraft, you like nerdy stuff. Hit the subscribe button. I upload at least once a week. I stream once a week. So when I have more content, bitch, you better believe it, there's 2 videos that week. Aww. I do what I can, honestly. Anyway, if you like all that stuff, hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't hurt, and you get to see everything as it goes live. And you're helping a little girl like me out. Sorry, I'm not little nor little girl. I'm a woman. I made things awkward, didn't I? I'm sorry. I don't know how to recover from that. Anyway, if you like this stream, you like what you see here, hit the big old thumbs up. If you don't, bitch, be honest with me. It helps. It really does. It tells me if you like things, if you don't. If you don't like it, I'll even like tell you, add a comment. Because I would like to know, like, listen, I really don't like your point of views. I really think this is a poor format. I think you're a dumb bitch. Whatever you got, I want to hear it. Because that's how you learn. And feedback is cool. I'm a big girl. Trust me, we can handle it. Dancing moo-moo while we're drinking. And by the way, Moo Padu is our character. Me and you. All she does is what you see. She is meant for you guys to stream with me and have some fun. If you are interested in watching any other character or watching the leveling process or getting ready for Shadowlands or, you know, any of that stuff, let a bitch know. I'm not shy, obviously. And I will adjust. Itchy snoot. Sorry. But yeah. My next video, I think, it depends on how fast I can read, is going to be a look back on BFA and all the shit we ain't gonna miss. So that's something to look forward to. Plus, let's be honest, Azurite is on there. I'm worried that Anima is like that. Mind you, if they do Anima correctly, we won't need to worry about it. We won't. Why? Because we'll have, fuck. Do you guys remember the Throne of Thunder? Isle of Thunder, that one patch that like brought Pandaria from like lukewarm to yes, bitch, yes. Well, do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember this, but when the Isle of Thunder first started out, you had like nothing of it open, and you had to do dailies and shit. And eventually, the more your faction did, the more it opened up. I'm not against a system like that for Anima. I do not want it to be an Azurite system that's just a fucking grind. But like, it didn't feel like a chore because you were getting more and more like quests to do and stuff to do like that. And it just made more sense at the time. I'm kind of hoping for that same idea, or at least I hope they take inspiration from that idea, rather than like, hey, fill this bar 85 times. You're gonna make me slap a bitch is what's gonna happen there. Speaking of slapping a bitch, I like that your honor carries over from one character to the next. I'm at honor level 12 and I haven't done shit on this character. And I've done some PvP on my PvP too. I got her geared up to go. It's just, I find that once you're at the end of a season or end of an expansion, PvP kind of sucks. People, have you guys played Overwatch? I got a point to this, I promise. But basically what I'm trying to say is that at the end of a season, people tend to fuck the dog and be like, ah, who cares about rating and who cares about where our statistics are? I just want to run around in circles. Or let's do an murder balls. I'm trying to remember, I don't even remember the name of that thing. Let's do a murder ball run and not pick up a ball. And you're like, bitch, really? So yeah, that's the idea, is that I don't want, it's not as fun when you're at the end of a season. Alright, there's that. Oh, look at this, we got Tourghast Totem. I love the Tauren. They're really the good guys. They are the good guys. They are 100% the good guys. They have maintained to be the best guys. They are better than the humans, they are better than the only people that are up for debate who are better than them is probably the Draenei. Ding! 26! Look at us go. I love that. So if you guys like this streaming session, it's on every Wednesday right here. If you guys want to see more, want to see different games, want to see all kinds of bullshit, twitch.tv/PBE. PEEBEEGEE. That's where I play. That's where we have some fun. I also play Final Fantasy 14 on there, so that's certainly a thing that you can check out. And yeah, guys, this has been freaking awesome. You guys are awesome. Don't forget it. I appreciate each and every one of you. And that's everybody, from the person who logged in and was like, not for me. You let me know. To the person who stayed here and watched the whole thing, you guys are awesome. Period. Next video is on Tuesday evening, if that's what you're looking for. Next stream on Twitch is tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you there. And in the meantime, I love you all very much. And I can't wait to see you again on the next one. Bye.